What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? We are here. It is the final season. We have been waiting. This is your review of Power Season 6, Episode 1. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. So first of all, let me just start off at the beginning. Who the hell told them to change the theme song? Who did that? I don't like it. I do not. I know that's Lorenz Tay. I mean, not. Ooh, I said Lorenz Tay. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Trey. What's his name? What's the boy name? Y'all know who the boy name is. Anyway, I don't like it. Trey Songs. I don't like it. I don't like it. That was the best 50 Cent song in 10 years, and they decided for the last season to replace it. I hope they only did it for this first week, and next week we're gonna go back to the original because that's my shit right there. The intro. Anyway. We start off with a shock to the system. They have jolted us, which is letting us know that for this final season, all bets are off. Angela is dead. And let me tell y'all something. I spent the whole first half of the show going, she ain't dead. They put her in witness protection. She ain't really dead. She not really dead. She just in witness protection. They pretending. Like, I could not believe that they had actually killed Angela. However, it makes sense. It's the last season, and they don't need for her to keep going. And at that point, they had put Angela's character in such a box at the end of last season. Where was she going to go? So Tommy was trying to shoot Ghost. He shot Angela. So now Tommy is like, oh, damn. He saw me. He knows what happened. I'm happy that she dead, but I'm mad that he not dead. And he know that I shot her. So now we got to keep it moving. He goes to Tasha. He asked for an alibi. Tasha was like, say what now? Who? She said, that was what? You killing Ghost was not part of the plan. You didn't ask me for my permission. Tommy was like, I don't need your permission to do anything. Like, don't get this twisted. And Tasha was like, I don't necessarily know how I feel about supporting you killing my son. Like, killing my husband. Like, you're going to leave my children without a father. I don't know how I feel about that. Like, Ghost might be an asshole, but I don't know how I feel about that part of it. So, we see that conflict with them, and then Tommy reaches out to Keisha. He tells Keisha, look, it went left. I'll be at the house. I gotta figure some stuff out. Back over to the hospital, Ghost is there. He doesn't know what's going on because, of course, he's not next to Ken. He ain't her husband. He ain't nobody important, so they won't let him in to see what's going on. But then we see her sister come out, and she starts yelling, talking about, you killed my sister, you killed my sister, you murderer, you murderer. And she says she's dead. So, of course, that's when Ghost finds out that she is dead, honey, and it is not good. The police automatically suspect Ghost as a suspect for more than, for a couple of reasons. They feel like he's a suspect because, of course, he got something to gain by her being dead. He was so close to her, and when he says that he doesn't know who killed her, which of course the police are like, come on now, you were too close for you not to see who shot her. Like, come on, you saw her. But of course, Ghost ain't gonna say who shot her because Ghost gonna take care of Tommy himself. Back over to the FBI. Now they scrambling because um they let Angela walk out the door and to give her 24 hours to figure it out, and now she's dead. And of course they had a tail on her. Now they playing, whose fault is it that she got away, and she got away from her tail. Um um Tamika, the head of the department, she's like, look, I really don't care whose fault it is, but I know y'all better figure it out because at this point we're stuck because she didn't give us anything. She never put anything on paper. And so we don't have any way to prove anything one way or the other. Like, everything we suspect is just that. It is a suspicion. We don't have any proof. And she didn't put anything on paper. And now she's gone. So now Stacks now is all Sacks, whatever his name is. I can't stand him. He all caught up on, well, we're going to get Ghost. We're going to get Ghost. We're going to get Ghost. It, it, it don't matter. At this point, you have no proof. You have nothing to substantiate what you claim happened or what you claim Ghost did. Sax goes to the sister and says, look, we need to be able to do an autopsy on your sister. Like, I'm sorry, sending my condolences, but at the end of the day, in order for us to be able to help your sister and try to get, we know that that Ghost, well, they don't call him Ghost, but we know that James is guilty. But in order to get the proof that we need you to let us do the autopsy. We might be able to get the forensic evidence that we need. And at first the sister's like, no, hell no, you're not gonna cut on my sister. She told him, she said, look, y'all did my sister dirty. Like, don't get it twisted. Just because I believe Ghost killed my sister doesn't mean I'm cool with y'all. Because y'all dogged my sister out the whole time, treated her like shit. Y'all was about to throw her to the wolves, and now y'all want me to cooperate? Nah, I'm not doing it. Get up out of here. Let me mourn in peace. Tommy then gave his gun to Keisha, told Keisha get rid of it. Keisha gets on my nerves, y'all. Keisha irritates me because she act like she don't understand her role. You are a hustler's hoe. That is your job. Part of your job description is to get rid of said evidence. Part of your job description is to carry the drugs. Part of your job is to get weapons into the club. Part of your job as being a hustler's hoe is making sure that you provide an alibi if needed. The price of that is that you get the designer bags, that you get to do all the great things and live this pseudo lifestyles of the rich and famous. So Keisha, stop acting like you don't know what your job is. He gave you the gun, get rid of it. Stop tripping. He goes back to the house. You know Ghost is sitting there waiting for him. They get to fighting. Honey, they are fighting to the end. And Tommy was like, you tricked me into killing my damn father. And of course, Ghost is trying to act like he didn't know, because he didn't know Tommy had found out. So Ghost was like, look, he was about to snitch on us. Tommy was like, no, he was about to snitch on you. He wasn't about to snitch on me. And you tricked me into killing my own father. So who comes rolling up in there while they fighting is Tariq. Tariq is like, why, hold up, Daddy and Tommy, what y'all fighting about? Well, Ghost, he called him Ghost. He talking about, so Ghost is like, what the hell you doing here? Why you not in school? And look, all I gotta say is Tariq ain't supposed to have no teeth. He's supposed to be wearing dentures. Because it ain't no way in hell the way he talked to both of his parents that he's still supposed to have teeth. Basically, Tariq is in the city because he wants to give some final respect to Keenan. He goes to Tommy because he figured Tommy's the only person that will really help him and or care about Keenan. He know his daddy don't give a damn. And so he asked Tommy to help him out. Tommy was like, look, meet me back here later on. I got some business I need to tend to, but I'll help you out. Tommy goes to meet up with the Connect. He tells the Connect, look, I done took care of all of our problems. I got my crew back. I need some product. The Connect was like, meet me here tonight. Tommy was like, I kind of need it right now. I need to get my boys back out on the street. Connect was like, look, I got to wait and see. Because he gave him a check, from where they laundered the money through the club. He said, look, I need to see if your money good. He said, and what happened to your face? What's going on? He said, me and Ghost had a little difference of opinion, but we good now. And the Connect was like, yeah, I ain't feeling that. So after Tommy leaves, he tells his boys, he was like, look, you make sure that the situation between him and Ghost really is resolved. Because I ain't trying to get in the middle of this mess. So Sachs is now putting pressure on Proctor. He goes to Proctor and is like, look, you told James what I said about having about a female witness, and he assumed that it was Angela, and now Angela's dead. Proctor was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know how Proctor is. I don't know what you're talking about. I ain't do nothing. He was like, look, you are guilty. Like, you could lose your license, da 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 da. He was like, well, here's the thing. If I told my client that there was an eyewitness against him, and you told me, you're going to lose your license too and your job. So, like, I didn't tell James. I didn't tell him anything. So I don't know what you're talking about. And of course, everybody's lying. He goes back to work. Sachs goes back to work. Come to find out, Tamika been fired. And they got a new boss in town because they don't, she was like, look, somebody had to be the scapegoat for Angela getting killed. And it was me. She was like, so good luck. And I'll see you at the unemployment line. Sachs goes into the man's office and sweet talks him. Now, here's what's going on. He admits to the man that he gave information he wasn't supposed to give, and he sort of tried to set the lawyer up because he figured it would lead them back to Sinclair. He was like, look, if you give me enough time, I'll make it happen. Like, if you I'm going to get Ghost. Like, I'm going to get him. And the boss was like, look, I tell you what, for all intents and purposes, I'm supposed to be firing you. And based on what you just told me, I'm actually really supposed to be pressing charges against you. So this is what I'm about to do. I'm going to go on and give you the rope to hang yourself. But please understand, please know and understand that at the end of the day, when this falls apart, you will be going to jail. So we're going to see how that plays out. I don't know, y'all. This is the final season. I just think a whole lot of people going to end up dead. I don't know. Now, while all of this is going on, Tasha's boyfriend is still missing, right? She's looking for a boyfriend. She believes Ghost killed him. She pretty much know that Ghost killed that man, but she doesn't have any proof. And she's she's hoping up against hope that he's still alive. She done went to his job, found out that the family put out a missing persons report on him. And so she knows like, oh damn, like it's bad. It's really bad. Next thing you know, Ghost and asked Tasha to meet him down to the club. Tasha was like, what you want? And Ghost tells her that Angela's dead, and she like, all right. He's like, what you mean? He was like, Tommy tried to kill him. She was like, okay. She said, and Ghost was like, he was expecting her to be indignant and expecting her to get mad. She was like, hold up, let me explain something to you. I ain't really crazy about the idea of Tommy trying to kill you, but don't act like you don't understand why Tommy wants you dead. You tricked him into killing his father. Don't act like you innocent in all this, and Tommy's just coming after you for no reason. And I was like, you know what? This was a good conversation. This was a good conversation because Tasha was giving it to him because she said, you make everything about you. And he did. He made that whole thing about him. Like, well, I understand that, how things went, but, that's the woman I love. You don't have more sympathy for me. She was like, are you serious right now? I'm really supposed to show sympathy because Angela's dead? And where my man at? Did you kill him? Yo, without even blinking. Ghost was like, nah, I don't know about, I don't know nothing about it. So you want me to show you sympathy about the love of my life being dead. I mean, the love of your life being dead, but the guy that I wanted to be with, he missing. I know you killed him. I know you killed him, and I'm supposed to have some sympathy for you. Oh yeah, by the way, I want a divorce. I was like, Ghost, and I've been trying to ride for Ghost. I really have been, but this scene right here, it really did show just how self-centered this man is. Like, you really expect somebody to have some sympathy for you and really show you something when, first of all, yeah, your best friend trying to kill you. You set your best friend up to kill his father off of a lie, honey. So Ghost is alone. He's finding out that I mean, I know he knew that him and Keisha wasn't, but I think he thought that there would still be he would have some sort of ally there with Keisha, but nope, ain't nothing there. Um, we see Keisha with her son, and there really wasn't a whole lot with this scene other than I think they really want us to have some FaceTime with her son, which that ain't looking too good. We see him trying to sneak in her purse, and of course she loses her mind because the gun is in the purse. But I'm like, and he act like, Mom, just chill out, chill out. I'm like, boy, do you know I wouldn't have no fingers if I put my hands in my mama purse without permission? Are you crazy? And then he said, I just wanted some lunch money. You don't get to go in my purse and take out money. That is called stealing. Forget about the fact that you got a gun in there. He shouldn't feel comfortable going in your purse without permission, especially to take money out. That's a problem. But neither here nor there. I ain't trying to go all the way down the hood in it. So then we see Proctor and Ghost have a moment. And Proctor basically is like, look, first of all, did you kill Angela? He was like, no. All right, well, they think you did. And if you did not kill Angela, then what you need to do is let me take you in for an interview so that we can go on and get this out the way, because they're going to come one way or the other. And rather you walk in with your hands held high, with your head held high, or walk in with your hands in handcuffs. So if you didn't kill Angela, then let's go and let's get this over with. They go down there to the FBI, and y'all know the FBI thinks that he did it. So it really was an exercise in futility because nothing really was going to come out of that conversation. But at the end of the day, they're convinced that Proctor knows what happened. And the new boss ends up confronting Proctor and sort of threatening him a little bit. But Proctor, he's been threatened by worse. He like, look, I don't know who killed her. I know my client didn't do it, and that is it. That is all. Now he knows that Ghost knows who did. I think Ghost did tell him it was Tommy. I don't remember, but Ghost ain't gonna say it because oh yeah, he did. He told Proctor. He said I ain't gonna say it because basically at the end of the day, I'm gonna take care of Tommy myself. So we know he's not gonna say anything. Tommy gets up with his old crew, right? He putting the crew back together. We getting the band back together. He tells them, look, we're gonna have some product. But it won't be here till later on tonight. And old boy gives some pushback. The guy from the Latino gang, he gives him some pushback, and he's like, "Look, what's the problem?" He was like, "Look, I'm having a little bit of issue, because again, they saw his black eye, and they were like, who done whooped your ass?" And he was like, "Look, having little issues with my product, but it'll be here tonight." So he starts giving he starts giving Tommy a little lip about basically like, look, why we always gotta pay because you having problems with your distribution? Like, I got kids, I got mouths to feed. I need to get back on the street. Tommy was like, look, I told you it would be here tonight. What's the problem? And he was like, basically, man, fuck you, Tommy. I'm tired of this bullshit. Tommy was like, excuse say that again. Excuse me. He was like, that's what I said. Like, fuck you. Like, it's always an issue with you. What's the problem? Tommy ends up shooting the boy right in his head, right in front of everybody, and basically tells everybody, look, if anybody else got a problem with it, speak now, forever hold your peace. I said the product will be here tonight, and it is what it is. See, Tommy's supposed to be dead. I ain't gonna have that long conversation today, but Tommy's supposed to be dead. Tasha runs Tariq down using the oldest trick in the book. She done tracked his phone, which I'm surprised that Tariq is even using a phone that they gave him, but whatever. And she tells him, you need to get your butt in the car and we're going back to school. What the hell you doing in the city? And of course he doesn't tell her what it is, but he tells her, look, I just need an hour. I'm going to Uncle Tommy's. He's going to help me take care of something. It's sort of personal, but I'll go back to school. I just need some time. I need an hour. And she sits there and negotiates with this boy and gives him this hour that he's asking for. I said, child. And basically that hour, we know that hour was Tommy met back up with him and they scattered Keenan's ashes off the rooftop. And all I could think about was, what if there's people walking by and they're getting those ashes on them? And there's ashes of a dead man on their back. That's all I was kind of thinking about. I don't know why my brain works that way. But nasty ass Tommy gonna take some of the ashes and drop it on his blunt. And smoke it. Trick was like, you gonna smoke that? Tommy, it's something wrong with Tommy's ass. Wait a minute, but what was funny though, while they were getting ready, Tariq was like, I don't really know how to do this. Why Tommy started playing Crossroads by Both Thugs and Harmony though? I said, Tommy, you are an idiot. Tariq was like, for real, Uncle Tommy? Like, that's what we doing here? For real? He was like, I'm sorry, Tariq, I'm sorry. So anyway, they had their moment and they get to talking and Tariq once again starts talking about how the only person that really cared about him was Keenan and, just the whole situation. And Tommy was like, well, how much he hates his father and everything. So Tommy was like, well, would you really be upset if your father died? Because, I could make it happen. And Tariq was like, I honestly couldn't answer that question. Like, I really don't have no love for him right now. Like, I just don't have no love for him. And, Tommy's kind of taking that in, like, okay, well, he said, well, Tariq, I always got your back. If you need me, I'm only a phone call away. If you ever need me, I'm right here. So, again, setting that up because, we know Tariq ain't got no love for his father. I really feel like the ending of this is going to be very Shakespearean. Like, this ending is going to be very Shakespearean. Um, we see, sorry, y'all. We see where the female cop that had been tracking Angela because they knew she had something to do with the cop getting killed. She convinces the FBI to start a task force and put her on the task force to help figure out whether Angela was connected to that murder and who killed her. Because basically at this what they're saying is that Yeah, Ghost had reason to want her dead, but Ghost ain't the only one. They ain't the only enemy she had, which we know. So at the end of the episode, she let Sax know, hey, we working together now. Like, we on the same team now, and he ain't happy about it, but oh well. Oh well. So Tasha picks up Tariq. He's there at Uncle Tommy's and all of that. And they end up, she's taking him back to school. And they get to talking or whatever. And she tells him that Angela's dead. And he like, yeah, all right, whatever. She said, look, at the end of the day, he was like, so you got sympathy for the woman who, who messed up your family, who blew your family up, had an affair with your husband. She was like, look, understand something. If it wasn't for that woman, you'd be in jail, which is true. She said, so for whatever that may have happened between her and your father, she saved you. And for that, I always will appreciate what she did for us because she ain't have to do it. Tariq was like, yeah, I mean, I guess you got a point, but she still sort of fucked our family up, like. So then she said, me and your father are getting a divorce. How you feel about that? He was like, I'm cool with it. Like I ain't got no problems with that. Um, sorry, y'all. But he ain't really upset by it, but we know he's not upset by it because he don't have no love for his father like that. So we know he's not upset by it at all. Um, but Tariq is Tariq. So he's already trying to think some things through and figure some things out. We see Tasha meet up with her mama now. Y'all remember her mama from back in the day. And her mom is like, so what you gonna do? Like, okay, he cheated. Angela dead now. Y'all can work this out. Like you again, you a hustler's hoe. You ain't got no money. You don't have anything of your own. You don't got nothing on paper. And anything that's got your name on it that's on paper was a tax front, was a front for the drug money. So like I know that you getting a divorce from him is not gonna be as easy as I want a divorce. It's gonna be some layers to this. It's some layers to this. And her mother basically says, look, you ain't even got your own place. Like what you gonna do? You don't have no money. You don't have your own place to live. Like what? Did you think this through? Um, and she says, and what's up with your boy anyway? Like, where's he at? She was like, look, he gone and I think Ghost killed him. She was like, okay, well, that's all the more reason for you not to leave Ghost. Like, you really don't have a backup plan now. Like, what's good? Ghost arrogant ass then rolled up on Angela's sister talking about, I know you don't believe me, but I did love your sister. And, I want to pay for the funeral. She said, I would be laying next to my sister in her grave before I would take a penny from you. And she tells him off, talks about everything, that she said, my sister gave up everything for you on the promise that you were going to marry her. He said, I did leave my wife. She said, and then you went back to her. Because, of course, she don't understand why that whole thing went down. She said, my sister gave up everything for you. She sacrificed her career. She was getting ready to go to jail for you. Like, I don't give a damn whether you pulled the trigger or not. I know you killed my sister. So then, of course, she agrees to let them do the autopsy, right? Now, I don't know what they think they're going to find, but okay. She does the autopsy. Last but not least, well, no, I ain't going to say last but not least. Keisha throws the gun away. She was getting on my nerves. She was acting like she ain't never, again, know your role. You a hustler's hoe. That's your job. Um, Tasha's still looking for her man. She know he gone. She know he gone. She know he gone. She can't accept it, but she know he gone. Tariq called his daddy and tried to make nice. He playing good son for right now. I'm sorry about Angela. I didn't really love her, but I know you. I mean, I ain't really like her, but I know you loved her, and if you need anything, I'm here. And Ghost buying it. Tell my son, I love you. All that. That means so much to me, son. Oh, thank you so much, son. His roommate was like, I thought you ain't fuck with your father. He was like, I don't. But for right now, I'm playing nice till I figure it all out. I was like, see, because again, Tariq has sort of figured out, because he was like, why were you and my father fighting? He asked Uncle Tommy, why were you and my father fighting? He was like, look, we're just having a difference of opinion on some stuff. But I think Tariq has figured out that Tommy killed Angela. I think he's figured out that Tommy's killed Angela, or that Tommy was trying to kill um, He's figured out that their beef has something to do with Angela. I don't know if he's put all the pieces together yet, but he's figured out. Tariq's not no dummy. He's just an asshole. So then we see, so now last but not least, we see Tommy meeting up with his connect, right? Now the connect then set this thing up, which this was stupid to me. But the connect then set this little, I guess he called himself a little test up. He ends up taking Tommy's car keys. That he gives him a hug and he takes Tommy's car keys and he slides them to one of his lieutenants. He says, "All right, go ahead and do go ahead and do the thing we talked about earlier." So he rolls out and he lets Tommy know, "Look, we about to get your drugs together. You know, the truck is gonna follow you wherever you want to take it or whatever." While this is going on, Ghost is outside. He ready for Tommy. He was like, "I'm gonna get Tommy," because he had been trying to kill Tommy all along, but he had rolled up on Tommy, but he saw Tommy with Tariq. So he was like, "All right, that's, I ain't gonna kill him in front of my son. All right, I'll do it another time." So he followed him to the connect. So he knew that's where he was gonna be. And he got his ski mask and his black on, and he got his, AK-47 assault rifle, and he sees Tommy's car and he lets it fly. I mean, he probably must have pumped 5,000 bullets into Tommy's car, right? And of course, it ends up killing the driver, but it just so happens that the driver ain't Ghost. I mean, ain't Tommy. Tommy is still inside with the connect because Ghost, because of what they were setting him up. And what they do is the connect says, "See, look, this was Ghost. Y'all, whatever beef y'all got going on, y'all ain't got that beef cleared up, and this is proof of it." Now, I just thought this was stupid. That was your way to prove a point. You sacrificed the life of one of your lieutenants to prove that Ghost and Tommy are still beefing. I just didn't understand that. I just thought that was stupid. And he tells Tommy, "Look, you clean up your house because I don't want no parts of this. Get it together. Get your shit straight because I don't want no parts of this beef between you and Ghost." And that is pretty much where this week's episode ended. I don't know. Let me make sure. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure this is where this episode ended. Eh, Tommy went to go see Keisha, let Keisha know things are bad, and he told Keisha that her and Cash need to get out of town, and she was like, "Nah, I'm here with you. I'm here with you." And then we see Ghost go back to Angela's apartment, you know, and it's a really emotional moment. That was it, though. That was pretty much the end of it. I don't know how I feel about it, y'all. I'm not sure. Like I said, I didn't understand that whole thing at the end. That was stupid to me. So I guess this whole season, well, we know what's called. It is the final season. So, I mean, expect the unexpected. Anything can happen, right? Let me know what y'all think, y'all. Drop it in them comments. Peace.